gentlemen, welcome to the Verb Circus. My name's Kyle Miller, and welcome to program number 1 with a brand new set of guests. It's always great to start the week fresh with a new set of guests, and let's meet our guests for this week. Starting in the red, we have Marta. How are you, Marta?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Well, thanks for coming. It's great to have you. And Marta, I understand, well, we'll talk a little bit about travel because you have not only traveled, but you've actually lived abroad, right?
Yes, I lived 1 year in California.
Ah, California. Where in California were you?
Close to LA.
Close to LA. Nice. Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. It was really fun.
Now, what were you doing there? Were you there to study in university or to study English or both? Or what
I was studying in high school.
High school, okay. Good,
Yes.
good. And so you had a good time. And did you improve your English a lot while you were there?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
A lot.
Good, good, good. So would you recommend LA? I've never been there. Would you recommend that I go there to visit?
Yes, but I wasn't in LA. I was in Chino Hills, which is 45 minutes away from LA, and
Okay.
I think it's better than LA.
Okay, okay.
It's more calm.
Good. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll visit sometime because I'd like to see California for sure. Okay, and who's with you today? Who's with you today, Marta? Do you know who this is?
Mariví.
It's Mariví. Mariví, how are you?
Hello, very well, thank you.
Good, good. And well, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And you've also lived abroad.
Yes,
right?
me too.
Where have you lived?
I've lived in the Netherlands for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yes.
Okay. In Amsterdam or in another?
I lived in Amsterdam for a while, and then I moved to Leiden, a small city.
To Leiden, which is
Leiden.
which is a bit south, right? South
Yes.
of Amsterdam, I think, right?
On the way to The Hague.
Okay, good, yeah, good. Okay, well, we'll get to know both of our contestants much better as the week goes on. But first, let's start our program here. Before we choose our verb, let's take a look at our ranking. Let's see the ranking of all the participants so far and exactly where they stand in terms of points. So this way you'll get an idea of how many points that you can hopefully accumulate this week. Okay, so this is what you need. These are the scores to beat here. Let's take a look at our ranking. We have Mamen Ramos on top with 540 points. That's a great score. Look at that. The second and third, we have a tie there at 425. But so 540, that's the score to beat, ladies. Do you think you can do it?
Yes.
We can. Yes.
Good, good. That's the attitude. That's what I like to see. Show number 1, bringing some attitude, some confidence. Great stuff. Let's start the show the way we always do by choosing our verb of the day. There it is. One of my favorites, ladies and gentlemen, to be worth. To be worth. And I must say, this is a verb that, well, it's the verb to be. But in Spanish, you have, how do you say that in Spanish, as a verb in Spanish?
Merecer la pena o valer algo.
Well, oh, yeah, valer algo, but also merece la pena, yeah, to be worth it. Okay, we'll talk about all this, but if this is conjugated, I'll take a look at the conjugation here myself today because this is conjugated according to the verb to be. Okay, so it is worth, it was worth, it has been worth. That's our conjugation, okay? Because it's not a normal verb, okay, in English. So it's a bit of an exception and one that causes a lot of problems. Do you have problems with this one sometimes, Marta?
Yeah, maybe.
A little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll put you to the test today and see how it goes. But let's take a look at our uses of today's verb, okay? First, we have to have a particular value. So we could say, my watch is worth 50 euros, for example, to be worth something. It is worth 50 euros, for example. How much is, let's say, how much is a normal watch worth, would you say, Marta? A normal watch, an average watch.
A normal watch is worth about 20 euros.
Okay, 20 euros, for example. Okay, Mariví, how much is this pencil worth?
That pencil is worth, I don't know, it's a long time.
It's a
€1
nice It's a nice pencil. Okay, it's
€5.
worth about €1. Okay. Secondly, we have to consider intrinsic value as well. It's not just monetary, but also intrinsic value. Now, if my watch if I could sell my watch for €1, or for 20 euros, let's say, but maybe my grandfather gave me this watch before he was dying. So it has a you know, a special intrinsic value. So it's worth much more than that to me. It has a special intrinsic value, okay? So you have to consider that as well. Intrinsic value. Also, to be worth the effort. Mariví, is learning English worth the effort?
Yeah, it is. It is. Learning English is worth the effort.
Okay,
Definitely.
learning English is worth the effort. Is a university degree worth the time and effort?
Yes, it is. But a university degree is worth the time and the effort.
The time and effort. Okay, and finally we have the expression, finally we have to be worth it. It's worth it. And everyone thinks this is such a tricky expression, but it's not really an expression. It's just, we're just using pronouns the way we always do. It is worth it. It is what we're getting, and the second it is what we're paying. The watch is worth 20 euros. It is worth it. The second it being 20 euros. It's worth it. To be worth it. So do you think learning English is worth it? One more time, is learning English worth it?
Yes, learning English is worth it.
It's worth it. I think so, and I hope so. And I hope you understand all these uses. So let's move on now to the translation challenge. All right, that was very quick. I had a lot to say in about 4 or 5 minutes there. And let's see if the ladies caught it all. And we'll do well here with the translation challenge. You know how this works at home. Vas a ver en pantalla la frase en español y tienes que elegir entre 3 opciones la respuesta, bueno, la traducción correcta en inglés, ¿ok? Para ganar 5 puntos. Now we're playing for 5 points. Are you ready, ladies?
Yes.
Okay, they're ready. Let's hear example number 1.
Vale más de lo que piensas.
Okay. Option A. It worths more than you think. B. Is worth more than you think. And C. It's worth more than you think. You have 5 seconds. All right, we'll start over in the red corner this time with Marta. Marta, what's the answer?
See?
C. Okay. Confident about that. Well done. And Mariví?
C2.
C. Okay. Can you read it for us, Mariví?
Yes. It's worth more than you think.
It's worth more than you think. And the ladies are right. Good job. That's good for 5 points. Great start. It's worth more than you think. Okay. Let's hear question number 2.
Sus cuadros valen una fortuna.
Los míos no, pero sus cuadros. A. His paintings are worth a fortune. B. His paintings worth a fortune. And C. His pictures are worth a fortune. You have 5 seconds. Okay, little trick there. Playing a little trick there. Mariví, what have you got for us?
A.
A. Okay. And can you say it out loud?
Yes. His paintings are worth a fortune.
Okay. And Marta?
A2?
A as well. Okay. And at home, do you trust these ladies? Sometimes you can trust the guests, but sometimes you can't. But you can trust them this time because they're both right. For 5 points, his paintings are worth a fortune. Yes. In the last one, his pictures are, you can't use that contraction. No, that contraction can never work. So the option is A. His paintings are worth a fortune. Yeah. Okay, let's hear question number 3.
Bill Gates todavía tiene más dinero que Warren Buffett.
Yeah. Do you know who Warren Buffett is?
No. I
He's a
don't.
very successful American investor from Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, and he's a very one of the richest men in the world.
Just investing.
From investing on the stock market, yeah. However, option A, Bill Gates still is worth more than Warren Buffett. B, Bill Gates still worths more than Warren Buffett. And C, Bill Gates is still worth more than Warren Buffett. 5 seconds. Okay, now this one is a slightly different use of to be worth. Here we're talking about the value of his his investments and his fortune, the value of his fortune. Okay? So, Marta, what do you think the answer is there?
Have C.
She says it's C. Okay.
Me too.
And Mariby also says C. And once again, the ladies are right. The correct answer is C. Can you read it for us, Marta?
Yes, Bill Gates is still worth more than Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett, yeah. Bill Gates is still. Say it again. Is still.
Is still.
Is still.
Is still.
So you have the S onto the S. Is still. It's a link the sounds together.
Is still.
Yeah. Bill Gates is still worth.
Bill Gates is still worth
More than Warren Buffett.
more than Warren Buffett.
Very good. So remember at home, we have the S onto the S. We link the sounds. This is important, okay? He is still worth more than Warren Buffett. Good job. Okay, let's hear number 4.
No creo que merezca la pena visitar la ciudad.
Okay, option A. I don't think that it worth visiting the city. B. I don't think the city is worth visiting. And C. I don't think that it's worth to visiting the city. All right. Mariby, what have you got for us?
B.
She says the answer is B. And Marta?
B.
B as well. We have 2 smart ladies on the set today. They're both right. That's good for 5 points. Well done. I don't think the city is worth visiting. I don't think the city is worth visiting. Now at home, I need you to repeat that with me. En voz alta. I don't think the city is worth visiting. So remember, always repeating. Siempre en voz alta en casa, okay? Muy bien. All right, let's take a look at our total scores having finished the first round of the translation challenge, and perfect scores right there, 20 to 20. Okay, so good job, ladies. They're on a roll. They're doing very well. Let's move on now to our other uses. All right, here in our other uses, we have the expression to make it worth one's while, to make it worth your while, for example. What does that mean, Marta? If I say, I'll make it worth your while. Do you know what that
merezca la
means?
pena es el tiempo que le estás haciendo.
Well, I will make it. It means I will make an offer, or I will make this situation beneficial enough for you that you will be glad you did it. So if you say, okay, come to the Verb Circus, and you say, I don't know if I want to come to the Verb Circus or not. I say, I'll make it worth your while. You'll get some great prizes. I'll make it good for you. I'll create an enjoyable experience, so it will be worth your while. It will be worth your while, right? Have you heard this expression before, Mariby?
I think so, but it's not very common for me.
Okay, but it's a good one to know. I'll make it worth your while, right? So is coming here worth your while?
Yes.
I think so.
Coming here is worth a while.
It's worth my while.
It's worth my while.
It's worth my while. Yeah, I make it worth their while by giving them prizes, and they learn a lot, so it's a nice experience, and it's worth their while to come here. Okay, secondly, we have to be worthy. To be worthy, which is to be deserving of something, like merecedor. To deserve. Merecer is to deserve. But here, it's interesting, we say worth, but here with this, we say worthy. Not worthy, but worthy. So if someone is worthy, it means they're deserving of something. So for example, if Tom Cruise wins the Oscar, we say he gave a prize-worthy performance. His performance was worthy of an award, right? So you could say it was, so can you just repeat the sentence? His performance was worthy of the Oscar.
His performance was worthy of the Oscar.
Yeah, good. It was worthy of the Oscar. It was deserving, to be worthy. All right, great job. Let's move on now to round 2 of the translation challenge. All right, here we are, back in the translation challenge. We're moving along very quickly today. And it's exactly the same, ladies and gentlemen. The challenge is the same, except instead of 5 points, en vez de 5 puntos, ahora estamos jugando por 10 puntos, right? 10 points, so we're raising the prize a little bit. Okay, let's hear example number 1.
Mi hermano no creyó que mereciera la pena.
Okay, A. My brother didn't think it was worth it. B. my brother thinks it wasn't worthy. And C, my brother didn't think it's worthwhile. Okay, so here you have to pay attention to the tenses. You have to know the tense that's being used. Marta, what have you got for us?
A.
She says it's A. Can you read the sentence out loud?
Yes, my brother didn't think it was worth it.
Okay, good. And Mariví?
A2.
A as well. Okay, can you read it also?
Yes. My brother didn't think it was worth it.
Okay, and once again, the ladies are right. They're on a roll. Give them 10 points. Give yourself 10 points and a pat on the back if you got that right. Good job. My brother didn't think it was worth it. Very good. Let's hear example number 2.
No merece la pena el esfuerzo.
Okay. A, it isn't worth it, the effort. B, the effort isn't worth. And C, it's not worth the effort. You have 5 seconds. Okay, we have 2 great students here. They're doing very well. 2 great participants on the show, I should say. Mariví, what have you got for us?
I'm not completely sure, but I think it's C.
Okay. Marta, do you agree with her?
Yes, I think it's C too.
C, okay. So the ladies both say C. At home, do you trust them? Do you agree with them? Because I agree with them for 10 points. Good job. It's not worth the effort. Yeah. No merece la pena el esfuerzo. It's not worth the effort. Okay, let's hear number 3.
Una buena secretaria vale su peso en oro.
Is that true, Mariví?
Yes, I think so.
Do you think?
I don't have a secretary.
Yeah, me neither. I would like one, but okay. Option A, a good secretary worths their weight in gold. B, a good secretary is worth their weight in gold. And C, good secretary is worth their weight of gold. Okay, you got to choose your answer quick. Okay, let's go to Marta first. What do you think on this one, Marta?
I'm not sure, but I think it's B.
She thinks it's B. Okay. And Mariví?
I also think it's B.
Wow, they're like twins here. They're like they have a brain connection here. They're getting the same answers on everything, and they're both right. Good job. A good secretary is worth their weight in gold. Can you read that back, Marta?
Yes, a good secretary is worth their weight in gold.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting. It's singular, but we're using their because we're not specifying the gender. Right? Can you notice that? If it were a female, we could say is worth her weight in gold, or a male, his weight in gold. But a secretary could be male or female. So we use their, which is usually used for plural, but in this case, we use it to be gender neutral. Okay, let's move on to example number 4.
Dicen que una imagen vale más que 1000 palabras.
Is that true?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marta, do you like photography?
Yes,
Do you like to take pictures?
I like to take pictures, yeah.
Porque eso, dicen que una imagen vale más que 1000 palabras. Okay. A, they say a picture's worth more than 1,000 words. B, say that a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. And C, they tell that a painting is worth 1,000 of words. I'm trying to trick you guys, but you just keep getting the answers. You guys are doing really well today. You're doing a great job. Mariví, what have you got for us? She says it's A. Are you sure about that one?
I think so.
Okay. And Marta?
A2.
A as well. Yeah, you just can't beat these ladies. They're doing a great job. Correct answer for 10 points. Can you read it, Mariví?
Yes. They say a picture's worth more than 1,000 words.
Yeah, they say a picture, and we have that contraction. They say a picture's worth more than 1,000 words. Okay, great job. Well done. Let's take a look at our total scores after the second round of the translation challenge. How do you say empate in English?
Tie?
A tie, exactly. It's a tie, ladies and gentlemen. They're tied 60 to 60. Okay, and they're both doing a fantastic job. Let's move on now to the expression of the day. Our expression of the day, I think this might be new to you. It's to be worth one's salt. He's worth his salt. She's worth her salt. What does this mean, Mariví? Do you know this one?
No, really, I will make a guess, but that if you say she's worth her salt, maybe that she really deserves what she earns. Or?
Exactly. She deserves, well done. She deserves what she earns because she's a good worker. Typically with work and responsibilities, oh, she does a great job. She's really worth her salt. We could also say she really pulls her weight around here. She does a great job. She's really worth her salt. He's worth his salt. They're worth their salt, right? So can you say it with some energy? He's a great worker. He's worth his salt. Can you say that for us, Marta?
Yes. He's a great worker. He's worth his salt.
He's worth.
He's worth his salt.
He's worth his salt. Okay, great job. Well done. It's time now to move on to my favorite part of the show, the speed round. Ah, yes, the trumpet. The trumpet means it's time for the speed round. This is where champions are crowned, ladies and gentlemen, right here in the speed round. Yes, this is where you at home, remember, will ask the questions. Te voy a dar la respuesta y tú tienes que formar la pregunta pidiendo la información que sale en rojo en pantalla. Okay, so you have to ask the question, ask the question asking for the information in red. So pay attention to that. Remember, we will start with 2 minutes. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock. Up there it is, 2 minutes. Okay, and remember, after I give you the answer, I will say go, then you can hit the button and ask. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Marta, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
Let's start the clock. It's worth about $25. Go. Mariví,
How much is it worth?
repeat please.
How much is it worth?
Good. How much is it worth? That's good for 10 points, but remember, after I say go, how much is it worth? Good job. Next example. The blue one is worth more. Go. Marta.
Which one is worth more?
Repeat.
Which one is worth more?
Which one is worth more? Correct. Which one is worth more? That's good for 10 points. Good job. Next example. It's worth it because the food is great. Go. Marta.
Why is it worth it?
Repeat.
Why is it worth it?
Good. Why is it worth it? Why is it worth it? Very good. Next example. Bill Gates is worth about $40 billion. Go. Mariví.
How much is Bill Gates worth?
One more time.
How much is Bill Gates worth?
Good. How much is Bill Gates worth? That's good for 10 points. Remember, at home, en voz alta, how much is Bill Gates worth? How much is he worth? Good. Next example. I think John is the most prize-worthy candidate. Go. Mariví.
Who's the most prize-worthy candidate?
I'm afraid not. Minus 10 points. We're going to go to pass or play. Pass or play, Marta. You have to hit the button if you want to play. She's going to play. Okay.
Who is the most prize-worthy candidate?
No, I'm afraid not. Minus 10. Minus 10. The question I'm looking for is, who do you think? Who do you think is the most prize-worthy candidate? Because I'm not sure if it's true or not, but it's my opinion. I think John is the most prize-worthy candidate. Who do you think is the most prize-worthy candidate? Whew, that was intense. That was intense, wasn't it, ladies?
Yes.
You both did very well. Let's take a look at our scores and see where the ladies stand after the first part of the speed round. 70-70. They're even again. They're tied, ladies and gentlemen, neck and neck. But it's not over yet. No, it's not over yet. Let's put another minute up on the clock, and we'll play for one more minute, all right?
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going or just stop?
No.
Yes.
Please
Okay, we'll keep
going.
going. All right, we're gonna keep going. Okay, let's get a minute up there. One more minute. And we'll start the clock. It isn't worth very much because it's old. Go. Marta.
Why isn't it worth very much?
One more time.
Why isn't it worth very much?
Good. Correct answer. Why isn't it worth very much? Good. Next example. It's worth so much because it's made of gold. Go. Marta.
Why is it worth so much?
Very good. Why is it worth so much? Why is it worth so much? Good. Next example. No, it wasn't worth the price. Go. Marta.
Why wasn't worth the? It was worth the price.
No, I'm afraid not. -10. -10. Marivi, pass or play? Pass or play? You got to hit the button if you want to play, or you can
I'll
pass.
try.
Okay, she's gonna play.
Was it worth the price?
Correct. Yes, it's a yes or no answer. So, so was it worth the price? A closed question. Was it worth the price? No, it wasn't worth the price. All right, let's take a look at our scores. Wow, an intense show here. Quite a good little rivalry we've got going on. Let's take a look at our scores here. We've got Marta with a total of 80 and Marivi with 80. Two great scores. Those are great scores after the first show, by the way.
Thank you.
They're both doing very well. And we're out of time. Just like that, the show's over, ladies. They've done a great job, and I want to thank you for watching and participating. Remember, siempre en voz alta. I want to remind you about our website, aprendeinglés.com. Aquí podéis volver a concursar con las mismas preguntas del programa de hoy. Thanks for watching. I have a few CDs, a few gifts for our participants. I'm going to give them these CDs right now. All right, great job.
Thank you.
Great job. They've done a fantastic job, and they'll be taking home the Verb Circus on audio CD from our friends here at Vaughan Radio. You can get your copy at vaughantienda.com. Thanks to them.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Verb Circus.
Bye.
All right, good job. Good job.